What is a variable in algebra?
A variable is a symbol, usually a letter like X or Y, that represents an unknown or changeable quantity in a mathematical expression or equation.
What is an algebraic expression?
An algebraic expression is a combination of variables, constants, and operations, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, without an equals sign. For example, 3x plus 5 is an algebraic expression.
What is a coefficient?
A coefficient is the numerical factor multiplied by a variable in a term. In the term 7x, the coefficient is 7.
What is a constant in an algebraic expression?
A constant is a fixed numerical value that does not change. In the expression 2x plus 9, the constant is 9.
What does it mean to evaluate an expression?
To evaluate an expression means to substitute specific values for the variables and then simplify using the order of operations to obtain a numerical result.
What are like terms?
Like terms are terms that have the same variable raised to the same power. For example, 3x superscript 2 and minus 5x superscript 2 are like terms because they both contain x superscript 2. Like terms can be combined by adding or subtracting their coefficients.
What is the distributive property?
The distributive property states that a, b plus c, equals ab plus ac. It allows you to multiply a single term by each term inside a set of parentheses.
Simplify the expression 4, 2x minus 3, plus 5x.
Distribute first, 8x minus 12 plus 5x. Then combine like terms, 13x minus 12.
What is a linear equation?
A linear equation is an equation in which the highest power of the variable is 1. Its graph is a straight line. The general form is x plus b equals 0.
Solve for x. 3x plus 7 is equal to 22.
Subtract 7 from both sides, 3x equals 15. Divide both sides by 3x equals 5.
Solve for x. 5x minus 2 equals 3x plus 4.
Distribute, 5x minus 10 equals 3x plus 4. Subtract 3x, 2x minus 10 is equal to 4. Add 10, 2x equals 14. Divide by 2x equals 7.
What does it mean for an equation to have no solution?
An equation has no solution when simplifying leads to a contradiction such as 0 is equal to 5. This means no value of the variable can make the equation true.
What does it mean for an equation to have infinitely many solutions?
An equation has infinitely many solutions when simplifying leads to a tautology such as 0 is equal to 0. Every real number satisfies the equation.
Solve for x. 2, x plus 3, equals 2x plus 6.
Distribute, 2x plus 6 equals 2x plus 6. This simplifies to 0 is equal to 0, which is always true. The equation has infinitely many solutions.
How do you solve a linear equation with fractions?
Multiply every term by the least common denominator, LCD, to clear all fractions, then solve the resulting equation using standard methods.
Solve for x. X slash 3 plus 2 is equal to 5.
Subtract 2 from both sides. X slash 3 equals 3. Multiply both sides by 3x equals 9.
What is a quadratic equation?
A quadratic equation is a polynomial equation of degree 2, written in standard form as x superscript 2 plus bx plus c equals 0 where a is not equal to 0.
What is the quadratic formula?
The quadratic formula is x equals minus b plus or minus square root b superscript 2 minus 4ac / 2a. It gives the solutions to any quadratic equation in the form x superscript 2 plus bx plus c equals 0.
What is the discriminant of a quadratic equation?
The discriminant is b superscript 2 minus 4ac. If it is positive, there are two distinct real solutions. If 0, there is exactly one real solution. If negative, there are two complex, non-real, solutions.
Solve by factoring. X superscript 2 minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0.
Factor x minus 2, x minus 3 equals 0. Set each factor to 0, x equals 2 or x equals 3.
Solve using the quadratic formula. 2x superscript 2 plus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0.
Here a equals 2, b equals 3, c equals minus 2. Discriminate equals 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So x equals minus 3 plus or minus 5, slash 4, giving x equals 1/2 or x equals minus 2.
What is completing the square?
Completing the square is a technique for rewriting a quadratic expression x superscript 2 plus bx plus c in the form a, x minus h, superscript 2 plus k. You take half of the coefficient of x, square it, and add and subtract that value.
Solve by completing the square. X superscript 2 plus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0.
Rewrite x superscript 2 plus 6x equals minus 5. Add 6/2 superscript 2 equals 9 to both sides, x plus 3 superscript 2 equals 4. Take square root x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus 2, so x equals minus 1 or x equals minus 5.
What is the vertex form of a quadratic equation?
The vertex form is y equals a, x minus h, superscript 2 plus k, where h, k, is the vertex of the parabola. If a greater than 0, the parabola opens upward, if a less than 0, it opens downward.
How many solutions can a quadratic equation have?
A quadratic equation can have two distinct real solutions, one repeated real solution, or two complex conjugate solutions, depending on the value of the discriminant.
What is the sum and product of the roots of x superscript 2 plus bx plus c equals 0?
By Vieta's formulas, the sum of the roots is minus b slash a and the product of the roots is c slash a.
What is a system of equations?
A system of equations is a set of two or more equations with the same variables. The solution is the set of values that satisfies all equations simultaneously.
What are the three methods for solving a system of linear equations?
The three main methods are graphing, finding intersection points, substitution, solving one equation for a variable and substituting, and elimination, adding or subtracting equations to cancel a variable.
Solve by substitution. Y equals 2x plus 1 and 3x plus y equals 11.
Substitute y, 3x plus 2x plus 1 equals 11. Simplify, 5x plus 1 is equal to 11, so x equals 2. Then y equals 2, 2 plus 1 is equal to 5. Solution, 2, 5.
Solve by elimination. 2x plus 3y equals 12 and 4x minus 3y equals 6.
Add the equations, 6x equals 18, so x equals 3. Substitute back, 2, 3, plus 3y equals 12, so 3y equals 6 and y equals 2. Solution, 3, 2.
What does it mean when a system of equations is inconsistent?
An inconsistent system has no solution. Graphically, this means the lines are parallel and never intersect. The equations represent contradictory conditions.
What does it mean when a system of equations is dependent?
A dependent system has infinitely many solutions. The equations represent the same line, so every point on that line is a solution.
How can you determine the number of solutions of a 2 by 2 linear system by comparing slopes?
If the slopes are different, there is exactly one solution. If the slopes are equal and y-intercepts are different, there is no solution. If slopes and y-intercepts are both equal, there are infinitely many solutions.
What is Kramer's rule for a 2 by 2 system?
For the system x plus by equals e and cx plus dy equals f, Kramer's rule gives x equals ed minus bf, add minus BC, and y equals AF minus CE add minus BC, provided the determinant add minus BC is not equal to 0.
What is the difference between a strict and non-strict inequality?
A strict inequality uses the boundary is not included, while a non-strict inequality uses less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, the boundary is included.
How do you graph a linear inequality in two variables?
Graph the boundary line, dashed for strict, solid for non-strict. Then test a point not on the line to determine which half-plane to shade.
What happens when you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number?
You must reverse the direction of the inequality sign. For example, if minus 2x greater than 6, dividing by minus 2 gives x minus 3.
Solve 3x minus 4 less than or equal to 11.
Add 4, 3x less than or equal to 15. Divide by 3x less than or equal to 5. In interval notation, the solution is minus infinity, 5.
Solve the compound inequality, minus 2 3x plus 1 less than or equal to 10.
Subtract 1 from all parts, minus 3, minus 1, 3.
Solve 2x plus 5 3x minus 1.
Subtract 2x, 5x minus 1. Add 1, 6x, or equivalently x, minus infinity, 6.
What is interval notation?
Interval notation is a way to describe a set of numbers using parentheses and brackets. Parentheses indicate the endpoint is excluded, and brackets indicate the endpoint is included. For example, 2, 5 means all numbers from 2 included to 5 excluded.
What is a polynomial?
A polynomial is an expression consisting of variables and coefficients combined using addition, subtraction, and multiplication, where all exponents are non-negative integers. For example, for x superscript 3 minus 2x plus 7.
What is the degree of a polynomial?
The degree is the highest power of the variable in the polynomial. For example, 5x plus 3x superscript 2 minus 1 has degree 4.
How do you add or subtract polynomials?
Combine like terms, terms with the same variable raised to the same power. Add or subtract their coefficients accordingly.
How do you multiply two polynomials?
Multiply each term of the first polynomial by every term of the second polynomial, using the distributive property, then combine like terms. For binomials, you can use the FOIL method.
What is the FOIL method?
FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. It is a shortcut for multiplying two binomials, a plus b, c plus d, equals ac plus ad plus bc plus bd.
Expand 2x plus 3, x minus 4.
Using FOIL, first, 2x superscript 2, outer, minus 8x, inner, 3x, last, minus 12. Combine, 2x superscript 2 minus 5x minus 12.
What is the remainder theorem?
The remainder theorem states that when a polynomial f, x, is divided by x minus c, the remainder equals f, c. If f, c, equals 0, then x minus c is a factor.
What is the greatest common factor, GCF, in factoring?
The GCF is the largest expression that divides evenly into all terms of a polynomial. Always look for and factor out the GCF as the first step in factoring.
Factor 6x superscript 3 plus 9x superscript 2.
The GCF is 3x superscript 2. Factor it out, 3x superscript 2, 2x plus 3.
What is the difference of squares pattern?
The difference of squares states a superscript 2 minus b superscript 2 equals a plus b, a minus b. It applies when you have two perfect squares separated by subtraction.
Factor x superscript 2 minus 16.
This is a difference of squares, x superscript 2 minus 4 superscript 2 equals x plus 4, x minus 4.
What is a perfect square trinomial?
A perfect square trinomial has the form a superscript 2 plus 2a plus b superscript 2 equals a plus b superscript 2, or a superscript 2 minus 2a plus b superscript 2 equals a minus b superscript 2. The middle term is always twice the product of the square roots of the first and last terms.
Factor x superscript 2 plus 10x plus 25.
This is a perfect square trinomial, x plus 5 superscript 2, since 5 superscript 2 equals 25 and 2x5 equals 10x.
How do you factor a trinomial of the form x superscript 2 plus bx plus c?
Find two numbers that multiply to c and add to b. If those numbers are p and q, then x superscript 2 plus bx plus c equals x plus p, x plus q.
What is the sum or difference of cubes formula?
A superscript 3 plus b superscript 3 equals a plus b, a superscript 2 minus a plus b superscript 2, and a superscript 3 minus b superscript 3 equals a minus b, a superscript 2 plus a plus b superscript 2. Remember the mnemonic, SOAP, same, opposite, always positive, for the signs.
What is the product rule for exponents?
When multiplying powers with the same base, add the exponents, a equals a.
What is the power rule for exponents?
When raising a power to another power, multiply the exponents, a equals a.
What is the quotient rule for exponents?
When dividing powers with the same base, subtract the exponents, a equals a, provided a is not equal to 0.
What does a zero exponent mean?
Any non-zero number raised to the 0 power equals 1, a equals 1, where a is not equal to 0. This follows from the quotient rule, a equals a equals 1.
What does a negative exponent mean?
A negative exponent indicates a reciprocal, a equals 1/a. For example, 2 superscript 3 equals 1/2 superscript 3 equals 1/8.
How do you convert between radical and exponential notation?
The nth root of a can be written as a fractional exponent, square root a equals a caret 1/n. More generally, square root a equals a caret m/n.
Simplify, square root 50.
Factor 50 as 25 by 2. Then square root 50 equals square root 25 square root 2 equals 5 square root 2.
How do you rationalize a denominator containing a single radical?
Multiply both the numerator and denominator by the radical in the denominator. For example, 1/square root 3 equals 1 square root 3 / square root 3 square root 3 equals square root 3/3.
What is a function?
A function is a relation that assigns exactly one output value for every input value. If f(x) equals x superscript 2, each value of x produces exactly one value of f(x).
What is the domain of a function?
The domain is the set of all permissible input values, x values, for which the function is defined. Common restrictions include division by 0 and even roots of negative numbers.
What is the range of a function?
The range is the set of all possible output values, y values, that the function can produce.
How do you find the domain of f(x) equals 1/x minus 3?
Set the denominator not equal to 0. X minus 3 is not equal to 0, so x is not equal to 3. The domain is all real numbers except 3, written as minus infinity, 3, union, 3, infinity.
How do you find the domain of f(x) equals square root x minus 2?
The expression under the square root must be non-negative x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0, so x greater than or equal to 2. The domain is 2, infinity.
What is function composition?
Function composition combines two functions by using the output of one as the input of the other. It is written as f-ring operator g, x equals f, g, x. You first evaluate g, x, then apply f to that result.
If f, x equals 2x plus 1 and g, x equals x superscript 2, what is the f-ring operator g, 3?
First find g, 3, equals 9. Then f, 9, equals 2, 9, plus 1 is equal to 19. So, f-ring operator g, 3, equals 19.
What is an inverse function?
An inverse function f superscript 1 reverses the action of f. If f, a, equals b, then f superscript 1, b, equals a. Graphically, the inverse is a reflection of f over the line y equals x.
How do you find the inverse of a function algebraically?
Replace f, x, with y, swap x and y, then solve for y. The resulting expression is f superscript 1, x. Always verify by checking that f superscript 1, x equals x.
What is the vertical line test?
The vertical line test states that a graph represents a function if and only if every vertical line intersects the graph at most once. If any vertical line crosses the graph more than once, the relation is not a function.
What is a piecewise function?
A piecewise function is defined by different expressions for different intervals of the domain. For example, f, x, equals x superscript 2 if x greater than or equal to 0 and f, x, equals minus x if x less than 0.
What is a logarithm?
A logarithm is the inverse of exponentiation. Log_b, x, equals y means b equals x. It answers the question, to what power must the base b be raised to produce x?
What is the common logarithm?
The common logarithm is the logarithm with base 10, written as log x or log x. For example, log 1000 equals 3 because 10 superscript 3 equals 1000.
What is the natural logarithm?
The natural logarithm has base e, approximately 2.718, and is written as ln x. It is widely used in calculus and exponential growth/decay models.
What is the product rule for logarithms?
Log_b, mn, equals log_b, m, plus log_b, n. The log of a product equals the sum of the logs of the factors.
What is the quotient rule for logarithms?
Log_b, m/n, equals log_b, m, minus log_b, n. The log of a quotient equals the difference of the logs.
What is the power rule for logarithms?
Log_b, m, equals n log_b, m. The log of a power equals the exponent times the log of the base expression.
What is the change of base formula?
Log_b, x, equals log_a, x, / log_a, b. This allows you to compute logarithms in any base using a calculator that only has common or natural log keys. Log_b, x, equals ln x, / ln b.
Solve for x, log 2, x equals 5.
Convert to exponential form x equals 2 equals 32.
What is an arithmetic sequence?
An arithmetic sequence is a sequence where each term differs from the previous one by a constant called the common difference, d. The nth term is a equals a plus n-1, d.
What is the formula for the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic series?
S equals n, a plus a, / 2, or equivalently s equals n/2, 2a plus n-1, d. It is the number of terms times the average of the first and last terms.
What is a geometric sequence?
A geometric sequence is a sequence where each term is obtained by multiplying the previous term by a constant called the common ratio, r. The nth term is a equals a r superscript 1.
What is the formula for the sum of the first n terms of a geometric series?
S equals A, 1 minus R, / 1 minus R, provided R is not equal to 1.
When does an infinite geometric series converge, and what is its sum?
An infinite geometric series converges when R, 1. Its sum is S equals A / 1 minus R.
Find the 10th term of the arithmetic sequence, 3, 7, 11, 15.
The common difference is D equals 4 and A equals 3. Using A equals A plus n minus 1, D, A equals 3 plus 9, 4 equals 39.
Find the sum of the infinite geometric series, 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus.
Here A equals 8 and R equals 1/2. Since R 1, the sum is S equals 8 / 1 minus 1/2 equals 8 divided by open parenthesis 1 divided by 2 close parenthesis is equal to 16.
What does the absolute value of a number represent?
The absolute value A represents the distance of A from 0 on the number line. It is always non-negative, A greater than or equal to 0 for all real numbers A.
How do you solve an equation of the form x equals a where a greater than or equal to 0?
Split into two cases x equals A or x equals minus A. If A less than 0, the equation has no solution because absolute value cannot be negative.
Solve, 2x minus 3 equals 7.
Case 1, 2x minus 3 is equal to 7x equals 5. Case 2, 2x minus 3 is equal to minus 7x equals minus 2. The solutions are x equals 5 and x equals minus 2.
How do you solve x 0?
Rewrite as a compound inequality, minus A, A.
How do you solve x a, where a greater than 0?
Split into two separate inequalities x or x, minus infinity, minus A, union, A, infinity.
What is a rational expression?
A rational expression is a fraction in which the numerator and denominator are both polynomials, such as x superscript 2 plus 1, / x minus 3. It is undefined wherever the denominator equals 0.
How do you simplify a rational expression?
Factor both the numerator and denominator completely, then cancel any common factors. Always state the restrictions on the variable, values that make the original denominator 0.
How do you multiply two rational expressions?
Multiply the numerators together and the denominators together, AB, C/D, equals AC/BD. Factor and cancel common factors before multiplying to simplify.
How do you divide two rational expressions?
Multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor, AB, divided by C/D, equals AB, D/C, equals AD/BC. Then simplify by canceling common factors.
How do you add or subtract rational expressions with different denominators?
Find the least common denominator, LCD, rewrite each fraction with the LCD, then add or subtract the numerators. Finally, simplify the resulting expression.